Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, today I'm going to be telling you about another piece of the Shanquella Robinson story. I'm sure by now many of you, if not all of you, have heard about the Shanquella Robinson story. But I'm going to show you somebody else who is a part of the story who is not being spoken about. And that is this person right here. But before I get into the story, if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, now is a good time to do so. In the early morning hours of October 28 of 2022, this young woman, 31-year-old Anita Hyatt, was ambushed and stabbed to death by an ex-boyfriend. Now you might wonder what Anita Hyatt has in common with the Shanquella Robinson story. Well, Anita Hyatt is the sister of one of the Cabo Six, Alyssa Hyatt. And imagine that her family got the news on the morning of October 28th, which is the same morning she traveled to Mexico with her friends. And some people might ask, what does this have to do with anything? Well, it has a lot to do with everything. Because imagine you get a call that your sister has just been murdered, but you have an agenda on this trip that you must accomplish. So you do not stay with your family to mourn the untimely death of your sister. Instead, you continue on with your trip, get on a plane, get to Mexico, and go there and participate some way, somehow, either directly or complicitly in the murder of another woman. That's what it has to do with it. That this individual couldn't stay with her family to mourn the death of her sister, but she could participate in an action that caused another family to mourn the death of their daughter. And even though it could be that she was mourning differently from how we would expect her to mourn, which is quite plausible because not everybody mourns the same way. And maybe because she had already spent money in going on the trip, she just thought that, well, I'm not going to waste the money. I'm still going to go on the trip. And then when I come back, we will deal with the death of my sister. I'm just going to be gone for a few days. It could be a variety of ways that she was thinking. But knowing what we know now about what happened on that trip and the events that make us want to believe that this was not a random event, but something that was planned before they left North Carolina, I am led to believe that she did not want to miss out on whatever that plan was. And I hope I am not wrong. Tell me in the comments below what you think about this and how you feel about this whole situation, that she was able to travel down to Cabo that day, even though hours before her family had gotten word that her sister was brutally murdered. And I'm sure by now, if this was not a planned event to commit the crime against Shanquella Robinson, Alyssa Hyatt is probably kicking herself and saying, if I had known, I would have stayed with my family to mourn the death of my sister and not gone down there to Cabo. Because had I not gone down there, I would not be in this predicament that I'm in right now. It was probably a sign that my sister died that morning. It was probably a sign that I should have stayed home. I can only imagine how much pain she must be in if it wasn't a planned event. Tell me what you all think in the comments below. As I get more information, I'll be glad to bring it to you. Until next time, this is Trev from Trevessence, where your journey matters.